This is KUGAN CASSIUS for Rifle TV in association with Macklins Gym Marbella. We're in London here for the Kellie Maloney press conference to announce her big return to boxing. How are you, Kellie?
I'm alright, thank you.
Yeah? Why the decision to come back into boxing, first of all, Kellie?
One, because it's always been a great love of mine, and two, I'm not ready to retire, and I enjoy boxing.
When you come out of the Big Brother house, was boxing not really a priority or on your mind at that time?
I don't think anything was on my mind at that time. Just getting myself back together again, keeping my family together, and just completing my journey.
You've announced, obviously, two fighters you'll be working with in Tony Jones and Gary Cornish. What was it about those two fighters? Obviously, people will be more aware of Gary Cornish, the heavyweight, than Tony Jones. But what was it about those two fighters?
It was just that I had a relationship with Tommy Gilmore and Gary Cornish, and as I explained, Tony Jones and his trainer came to me and spoke to me, and it was through them that I went back into boxing.
It's been a whirlwind year for you. You know, how would you sum up the year you've had, Kellie?
I don't know, just correcting a few things that have been wrong in the past, getting my life together again, and really finding myself.
Can you see things that are wrong in boxing now that, you know, with your involvement, that you could possibly put right in the future?
Everyone comes into boxing with this great vision. They can try and change the future of boxing or do something different. You know, and I'm wise enough to know that it's not going to be an easy job, whatever I decide to do or try to do it. But I'm going to try and do what's best for the boxers I'm going to represent.
You mentioned in the press conference that, you know, there are a few other UK promoters that, you know, you've seen in interviews that would say something if it wasn't politically correct, or however you want to term it. Is that how you feel?
I can only say what I've seen, and you know, they're entitled to their opinion, they're entitled to say what they want, they're entitled to think what they want. So, you know, let's just get on with life.
But you're willing to work with anyone, you know, like you said in the press conference, to, you know, to pursue your career in boxing again.
Well, it's not necessarily my career in boxing, it's the fighters I'm going to look after. You know, if the right deals are on the table, then I'll look at them. Who knows? I might not last a year in boxing, I might not last 6 months in boxing, but we're going to see. You know, it's a very personal journey for me. It's something that I want to do, and it's something that I'm very self-motivated to do. So I'm gonna take every day as it comes.
And you're obviously confident of, you know, without a TV deal, about pursuing that, you know, your career and your fighters' careers, you know, without that TV deal.
I started without TV a long time ago, and I finally got some great TV deals. Have I got time on my side to do that again? Maybe. But we'll just take it as it comes. We'll see what happens. If I produce the right fighter, I'll get a TV deal. If I don't produce the right fighter, I won't get a TV deal.
Having spent so much of, obviously, your life as Frank Maloney in the boxing world, you feel like you're starting from scratch now?
I'm starting at the bottom again. Yeah, I'll accept that, and I've got to prove myself again and work my way up. But I still got the knowledge in my head, so that will help me. That gives me a little bit of a start as against someone who's just coming in to start off boxing.
How would you think people will perceive you coming back into boxing as Kellie Maloney, knowing you for so long as Frank?
That's entirely up to them.
Does it bother you at all?
It doesn't bother me at all. We're all human beings at the end of the day. We all enter this world the same way, and we're all going to leave the same way. So they're entitled to their opinions, they're entitled to think what they want to say. As long as they're respectful and not rude, that's fine. You know, if they want to make the odd joke and the odd banter, that's fine, because, you know, that's the kind of thing that makes the world go around and makes everyone happy.
What would your response be to the cynical people that suggested that what you were doing was for publicity and for marketing purposes?
I have no response to them at all. They're entitled to their opinion.
That's fair enough. When can we look to, you know, you putting on a show for the first time? Is there a date, a time?
Well, I'm still under medical doctor's instructions at the moment, but obviously I wanted to get Tony Jones's career off on the go, and I wanted to start working with Gary. I don't think it'll be till at least September.
You mentioned Audley Harrison, that, you know, he was willing to sort of, you know, help you through it. He's recently retired for the I don't know how many at the time, but you know, you will be speaking to Audley. And
I speak to Audley. I think Audley's a very nice human being, a very understanding human being. I don't think people give him the credit he deserves. You know, he done a great job. He may never have won a world title, but he done a lot more than a lot of others done. He won the Olympic gold medal that had never been done before, up until Anthony Joshua, and he paved the way for the great amateur system that we've now got here in Great Britain. So people should respect Audley and give him the respect he deserves.
you mentioned in the press conference that you're not specifically looking to sign fighters. If something special comes along, you'll be interested. That's the philosophy you'll take in moving forward.
That's the philosophy. Yeah, I've got a lot of other interests besides boxing now. Whereas Frank Maloney, I didn't have any other interests. So I've got quite a lot of interests that I'm doing. I'm working in the trans gender community. I'm working with my support group, TG Pals. So I've got a lot of things to do. 2 or 3 fighters will be enough to look after.
How would you describe your health and state of mind at the moment? Are you good?
My health and mind is very good, very clear, and very up for it. So if anyone thinks that I'm going to fade away, they're mistaken.
Okay, well listen, Kelly, thank you very much for giving us a little bit of time. We'd like to obviously stay with you and follow your journey as Kellie Maloney into the boxing world. It should be quite a ride.
And I look forward to it.
Alright, thank you very much.
Thank you.